302. You know what 302 is?
It's a big number.
It's the number of wins that were eliminated so far in the division series. Because the Dodgers had 111.
Yeah.
The Braves had 101.
Yep.
And the Mariners had 90. 90. So
And,
we're at 302 so far. That could go up to 401.
401.
If
or
the Yankees go out. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck.
I think the Guardians had the same amount of wins as the Blue Jays, but like
they have 90. They have 94.
It's like 93, 94 something.
They're in that range. I know that. Let's see. 92. So
yeah, so
I'm not doing that math.
Yeah.
394. It's 394. It's not that hard.
394 or 395 or something.
So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We've watched one of the best teams I've ever seen in my life in the Los Angeles Dodgers go down and without a fight. 4 games. 4 games. They went down to the Padres. And like I didn't feel confident in them in any of the last 3.
They lost 3 straight.
Yeah. It was ugly.
They won game 1.
Yeah. Crazy.
So,
now, what this did do, because the Dodgers lost, so inevitably something has to be wrong, right? Mm-hmm. It has sparked all sorts of conversation about the format of the playoffs and everything around it. Now, I've said from the beginning that this bye was going to be a problem.
Yeah, but
and it not, looks like it kind of was for everyone that's not the Astros.
Yeah, but you can't even say it was an issue for like the Yankees even. Like
no, the Yankees just were scuffling for the second half of the season, right? Like
yeah, but then they kind of picked it back up and then
like so. I mean, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. Like 4 or 5 days off sucks, but like I think the only other thing I thought of, I was thinking about this all day, and I'm like, how do you fix that? I think the one thing that would be super fun to fix is to take, while everyone else is playing those wildcard series, do a 2 out of 3 with the 2 division winners. And whoever wins that series gets to pick their opponent. Instead of lining it up like this team plays that team, this team plays that team, make that series worth something so that they're going to play their guys. And that way they're not cold. Yeah, like you don't have to start your 1, 2, 3 guys. Like you could start like say that.
Okay. That's my biggest problem with people complaining right now about the bye. Because look at what the Padres had to do. They had to play the wild card on the road the entire time. They pitched their best 3 pitchers in those games. And then once game 1 of the DS came around, it was a crapshoot. They gave it up. It was because they literally said, all right, Clevenger, and then we'll go from there.
Yep.
The Dodgers said, oh yeah, we have this guy done. And then this guy. Like
they conceded game 1 just by using Clevenger. Like, like, well, it is what it is. We'll just take the L on this one and hope we get the 3 boys back.
And yeah, that's probably but it also gets guys healthy, and that's why Mets fans were clamoring to get a bye because Starling Marte would have had 5 more days of rest.
Yeah,
and he didn't, so he had to come back and have a splint on his hand while he was playing.
The bye giveth and the bye taketh away. Man.
The bye gives. Like, here's my thing to Dodgers or Dodgers fans, Braves fans, whoever. Wouldn't it feel worse if your team got beat in 2 games in the wild card or 3 games in the wild card? It would have felt.
Imagine being the Mets right now.
Imagine being the Mets. You went from having a bye to getting mowed down by
2 playoff games and going home.
3. They won 1.
Oh, sorry. Right.
They played, because they beat Blake Snell in that 1 game.
Right.
But yeah, but still, like, it's just it's like, come on, man. Like, it's as much like on the, like, you gotta win those games.
If any fan base is allowed to be upset about the playoffs format, it's us. like, and I don't care. I'm not sitting here complaining about the playoff format because I think it's great.
No, it's a great playoff format.
Yes.
Like,
I don't care if the best team for 162 games wins the damn thing. Like, who cares? That's not what the sport's about.
If multiple sports have minus the NBA have told us one thing, get in and you can win. Just get in. Just get in. Doesn't matter. Like, your top stars will do the thing, and we'll get into more of that because we'll actually go into details.
Great that you can win 111 games in the regular season and be the best team that we've seen in forever and be 22 games ahead of the team you're playing. But if you gas yourself out by the time you reach game 163, who cares, man? Like, it's a marathon, not a sprint in baseball. And you have to be able to withhold more than 162 games.
And to go into the Dodgers specifically, they didn't play a meaningful baseball game in all of September.
No, they were done forever. They mentally dropped out of it, and it showed.
They clinched the division the first week of September.
Yes.
Like, they
clinched this division back in March. Let's not kid ourselves.
Facts, but
they were better than every team all year long.
They
but officially
clinched the division. Like the first week of September.
They've had a healthy lead since like June. Like, it wasn't even close.
They were on cruise control this entire second half of the season.
Yeah.
Like,
does it suck that they did so well and didn't move on? Sure. I mean, it kind of sucks, especially if you're a Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
But is it something that you need to look at and change the format for? No. I don't think so at all. I don't even think it's a problem.
Yeah. And I guess we could start with since we're talking about the Dodgers so much, we could start with the Dodgers Padres series.
Sure.
Like,
it put the better fan base in the next round.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that's way more fun for baseball. Petco Park was insane. That series. Insane watching what those fans did, man.
Like, singing Blink 182 in the rain and like just
oh my God.
Doing nuts stuff.
They were what people told me Jays fans were going to be.
But yes, without a shadow of a doubt. Like,
they were way better than what we were. Way better.
Blue Jays fans, we are you. Take that as disrespect.
Yes, you should.
We were. I'm not. Wow, I'm not.
They beat us. Plain and simple.
I was about to go very far and say we were one of the worst playoff crowds, but no, I'm not going to go that far. We're not going to go that far. We were up there though.
The Mets 12, weren't great.
Obviously. Of the 12, we were bottom 4.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, I'm trying to think. St. Louis wasn't very.
St. Louis wasn't great.
St. Louis just done it so many times that they're just like, yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
Again. The Mets, I don't recall being very good, but they were down a lot.
They were down a lot. So they had the one tough. Game of like.
Who else had home games in that? Cleveland has been great.
Cleveland's been great, and they had
so much fun.
Had afternoon games.
Yeah.
Like
they're coming from the football game and still bringing the energy. Like, it's incredible.
Like
Atlanta,
Atlanta's Atlanta. Atlanta's Atlanta. Philly. We'll get into later. We'll get into later.
Yes, Philly fans have been great. But Padres fans, honestly, have been better than all of them. The Dodgers fans are just meh. But the Padres fans have been great. That's a team I want to see keep going for their fan base. Like, there's not enough Dodgers fans to be like, yeah, the Dodgers fans deserve this. Like, who cares, man? Also, you guys had one 2 years ago.
And even to go back to the format thing, baseball fans, we're really complaining that we get to see a minimum 4 games of Manny Machado, Juan Soto, and Josh Hader. Are we really
like, the stars have moved on?
The stars have been soaring especially in this series. Like,
we get to watch Bryce Harper more. We get a 7-game series of Bryce Harper, who's I don't even think it's arguable. He's a top 5 player in baseball.
Yeah, but like
come on, man.
Stick it with the Padres and Dodgers. Game 1 was a throwaway because they threw Clev. Has a 90 ERA against the Dodgers.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Awful.
Game 2. Jeez, it was so long ago. What the fuck happened?
That was Gonsolin, right? Game 2.
No. Game 2 was Game 2 was Darvish and.
Was it not Gonsolin?
No, Gonsolin was game 3.
Kirsch. It was Kirsch.
It was Kirsch. I'm stupid. Yeah. Yeah, it was gone. Gonsolin. Jeez, I almost said it again. It was Darvish and Kirsch. Darvish, dirty.
Kirsch.
Bottom of the Padres order was the bottom of the Padres order. Mm-hmm. Like, they were really.
They're winning them series right now.
They're winning them games. Like, it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Like, Trent Grisham's a monster too.
That's when the legend of the Goose showed up.
The Goose?
That's when the Goose showed up.
The Goose has been a rally cry all of a sudden,
bro.
But
San Diego Goose.
Playoff Clayton Kershaw made an appearance.
Yeah, dude.
Clayton Kershaw is, I would say, probably the best pitcher I've ever seen in my lifetime. Over the course of my life, I think he's probably the best pitcher that's been around.
Yeah, definitely up there.
But when the playoffs come around for Clayton Kershaw,
he's not great.
It's scary. I don't really know how he goes from what he is to what he becomes, but it sucks for Dodgers fans. It's like, you can complain about the format all you want, but like, when your ace is not doing ace things, I guess he's no longer the ace, but when your ace is not doing ace things for the better part of 10 years, He's had a couple of good playoff runs. I'll give him that. The 2020 year, he was phenomenal. But
that's the one thing. That's the one piece of bail I will shoot to the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a fully healthy Tony Gonsolin. They didn't have a fully healthy Dustin May.
No.
Walker Buehler was injured, wasn't there.
Sure.
Like,
but they did that all year, and it didn't matter.
Yeah, and like
it's an excuse you can use for sure.
Yeah,
but
like,
yeah. I don't know why I kind of get why you go to Gonsolin. I would have gone to Dustin May before I went to Tony Gonsolin. Like Gonsolin had one start.
Gonsolin went what, an inning and a third in game 3?
Yeah, he was not good.
Like,
this is a guy that wasn't stretched out.
It was still a good game. It was still a really good. The Dodgers only gave up 2 runs.
Yeah,
and they still lost, which says more about the Padres and their bullpen.
Just crazy.
Their bullpen is sneaky, really. Like, it's sneaky, amazing.
Good. So good. The bullpens that should not be good in the playoffs have been phenomenal.
Have been amazing.
Phenomenal. The Phillies, bro.
Their
bullpen showed up. The Padres showed up.
The Padres, they went like, they got like, we don't talk about it anymore. You had like Dermis Garcia throwing 101 just casually, like pumping. But I don't know the guy's first name, but Martinez.
Oh, yeah.
Martinez was like, I think it's Nick Martinez. I want to say it's Padres fans.
That sounds familiar.
We hope you're listening. We don't know. Just Martinez. When he's like started games for them, he's like the most versatile. I'm saying this right now, and I'm swinging this in the Blue Jays. Robert Suarez has a player option this year. Get Robert Suarez off the Padres onto the Blue Jays. He's really good.
He stays now. I don't think
he has to. Like, he really does. And then you get one of the best closers in baseball, who I swear to God Milwaukee traded because he had a dead arm period. He had a dead arm period, and Milwaukee said bye-bye.
Josh Hader's elite again, right? Like, we're accepting that. Like, he's the best closer in baseball again.
Something that we don't talk about enough. Josh Hader in game 3 threw a changeup at 93 miles an hour for a strikeout.
Yeah.
He's gross. He threw 30.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Josh Hader, he went from being the worst pitcher in baseball to being the best closer I've seen ever. like it's incredible, man. If that guy's still doing what he's doing and you get multiple innings out of him in some games, who the hell's touching the back half of your bullpen?
Yeah, bro.
Between Suarez and Hader, like you've got 2-3 innings locked up.
And it's ridiculous. And then we can touch on the game 4 where it was wild.
Which one was game 4? That was
the one that the Padres.
Joe Musgrove.
It was Joe Musgrove and
Anderson. Don't know.
Tyler Anderson. First off, I'll start. We'll start. Yeah, Tyler Anderson, really good. He was on the Pirates last year. Got traded to the Mariners.
Okay.
But I'm gonna start this on the Dodgers because that's the negative.
Okay.
Dave Roberts. Tyler Anderson was cruising.
Dave Roberts is the worst manager in baseball.
Tyler Anderson was cruising, and you took him out.
The fact that Dave Roberts still has a job after all the brutal moves he's made throughout the years, I just don't.
Yeah, like
he's not a good manager, man.
Like, you're trusting Tommy Kahnle 3 games in 4 days, like, who hasn't pitched much this year. Then you clearly didn't trust Alex Vesia. He didn't get it done. Nope. You really only use Yency Almonte for 1 or 2 batters in this entire series, and then you ask him to get 3, and you ask him to do like a full inning. No wonder the Padres got a 5-run inning off you, which is also very ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, it all started with the bottom of the order, and then Ha-Sung Kim comes up with because the infield had to be, I can't remember how it started, but it was like second and third, I think. It was first and third. The infield has to get drawn in. And then because the infield's drawn in, Kim laces a ball by Muncy. Like,
sucks.
And then Juan Soto comes up and
the throw into the Josh Bell trade, you mean?
The throw into the Josh Bell trade. And that's why you go and get Juan Soto. Lashes the ball into right and ties the game. And then
lead hitter.
The dumbest decision I've ever seen in my life happens. First and third. Juan Soto with 2 outs. Juan Soto is allowed to casually fucking steal second base. Soto shuffled to second base, and everybody's just like, no, yeah, you're fine. Go ahead, Juan. We'll give you 90 feet.
Yep.
It cost them because San Diego, as we put in one of our Twitter clips, is still the Crone zone. Jake Cronenworth, man, comes up, hits a single that turns into a double because of the throw, and then Bing, bang, boom, done. Series over.
That was the most electric double I've seen in a long time, too. Like, watching him get up and just, like, fist pump, and then the whole fan going nuts, and everyone's just jumping and high-fiving. I'm like, this
for me,
so
this
cool.
might be an old head take. I'm happy that he was celebrating his ass off, but then he paid attention and got the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was a really cool moment, especially for Padres fans. Like, hey, man, they earned this. It's been 18 years since they've had a home playoff game, like an actual home playoff game.
Yeah, and then then Josh Hader strikes out the side in the ninth.
It was 1-2-3, was it not?
Betts, Turner, Freeman. Wow, yo.
He's elite.
Like,
he's the best closer in baseball.
It's like, bro.
I would bet on him continuing to dominate.
Yes, Padres fans, you were allowed to be happy because you went 5. You went 8-15 against the Dodgers this year.
Mm-hmm.
But 4 of those 8, but 3 of those 8 counted for a whole lot. Like,
you lost the 3 biggest ones.
Dodgers, you lost the 3 biggest ones, man. Like, come on.
Going into the series, if I was betting and I pulled up my bet stamp app, I probably wouldn't have thrown my money on the Padres. I didn't throw my money on the Padres.
Clearly, judging by our playoff picks, we wouldn't have bet on the Padres.
And if you've listened to our episodes, obviously you downloaded BetStamp by now, because why wouldn't you? If you're a gambler, if not, hey, it is what it is. This may not be for you. But if you are, and you've downloaded BetStamp, you would have looked at those odds and seen, no matter where you're getting the odds, the Dodgers were the favorite every single game. They were the favorite. They were supposed to win this series. They're the best team in baseball. I didn't use them to bet on the Dodgers. I don't bet for or against the Dodgers series because it's a crapshoot. You have no idea what's going to happen. I did, however, use them to bet on the Guardians in one game, and I got some good odds there. And I got, what was the other game I did? Oh, I did the Phillies to win the series, and that was great. Yeah. So yeah, you should definitely be using BetStamp the way I use it because it's great. You can shop odds from every single site that you're ever going to gamble on. So if you have multiple accounts, it's phenomenal. You can get the best odds. You can make a little bit more money every time you bet, which is huge. You can also see what we're betting on, what your friends are betting on. It's a big social experience, really, where you can see what everybody's betting on. It's a lot of fun. It's cool. If you haven't done it already, go to betstamp.app, use the promo code ASports. That's EH Sports when you download it. And yeah, you can come bet with us. If you're not a gambler, sorry that we keep doing these. And I know some people are like super against the whole promoting of gambling. I don't really get the hatred, but hey, it is what it is. We hope you come ride with us. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
The Phillies series.
Speaking of riding with things, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't really intro this podcast.
No, we didn't.
Welcome back to the Flight Deck.
Yes.
The official, unofficial home of your Philadelphia Phillies.
I'm so in.
Despite what the backgrounds of our studios things look like.
Don't worry about what's around me. Just worry about what I'm wearing.
Yeah, this is the closest I can get to a Phillies hat, folks. It's not a Phillies hat, but it's the closest I can get.
Red.
It's a blue and red hat, but man,
if you've been on Twitter, we changed our profile picture.
Yes, we changed our profile picture. It's a beautiful amalgamation of what we represent now.
Yeah. We're in. We're all in.
We're all in, dude. Also, before we even fully get into Phillies, I just want to say this: Dodgers, you won your division 9 of 10 years, and you've won World Series. Yeah, shame on you.
Embarrassing. Straight up embarrassing.
Moving on. Philadelphia Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves. Oh boy,
I love this whole roster. The whole roster. I love them all.
I mean, something that I didn't really take in until someone mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
We attached until like I fully noticed this when we finally attached to being Phillies fans. Our boy is 8 wins away from a ring. Bradley Zimmer is 8 wins away from a World Series ring.
Yeah, he is.
Bradley Zimmer.
That's so funny. I'm so here for it.
Game one, Max Fried didn't have it. Philly punched him in the mouth. Castellanos has the game of his life. I think that was the one game we did mention on last week's episode.
I do remember this now.
Game 2, Braves showed up.
Who was game 2 for the Phillies? That was
Wheeler. I think it was Wheeler.
Was it Wheeler?
It was Wheeler.
I thought Wheeler won.
Wheeler was one. Wheeler game 1. It was Suarez game 1. It was Ranger Suarez game 1 against Max Fried.
Right.
Game 2 was Kyle Wright and Zach Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
And then Atlanta showed up. more of what we thought was going to happen in the series. Like,
they only scored 3 runs,
but they pitched well.
So, yeah, that is true. Kyle Wright dominated. Went 6, didn't give up a run, 6 Ks. Yeah, that's what I thought the series was.
And then because I remember it specifically now, it was 2 outs, and then Matt Olson hits a ball like that Rhys Hoskins should have every day of the week, and gets by him, and then that ends up leading to 3 runs because of that. And it's just,
that was a very Phillies thing. Like it was like there's the defense we all know.
Kind of we all know and hate the Phillies defense for.
Yeah,
but yeah, like they get shut out.
And boy, did they come back against Spencer Strider.
Before we get to Spencer Strider, can I just point something out?
Yeah.
There's a pitcher on the Atlanta Braves that I haven't realized how good he's been since he got to the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
His name is Raisel Iglesias. This season with the Angels, he pitched 35 2/3, a 4.04 ERA with 48 Ks and 9 walks. With the Atlanta Braves, 26 1/3, a 0.34 ERA.
That's not
30
bad.
Ks, 5 walks.
It's not bad.
He's filthy. But you know who's not filthy? Spencer Strider. You know who is?
Spencer. Playoff Spencer Strider.
Spencer Strider. Playoff Spencer Strider off of an injury.
Playoff Spencer Strider went 2 1/3. Gave up 5. 4 Ks. 4 Ks and 2 1/3 is pretty good. But he just got. What did he have? He had 3 hits and 2 walks. That led to 5 runs in 2 1/3. It was not Spencer Strider's day.
Yeah.
You know whose day it was?
It was Rhys.
It was Rhys freaking Hoskins.
Rhys's Pieces Hoskins.
Oh my God. That angle we tweeted out there where it's like you get the side angle of Rhys hitting the bomb with the fanatic in the background. The crowd goes nuts and Rhys just takes the bat and slams it to the ground.
Citizens Bank was wild.
Absolute meaningless home run. Like by the end of it, it didn't matter. But like, that clip is so cool. So cool.
Like,
there has been just some phenomenal moments in the postseason already. Just watching these clips. That one, the Jordan bomb.
Yes.
The Cronenworth double too. Like that was unbelievable. The Mr. Pena home run to win in the 18th. Like
so there was
so many moments, and that bat slam was just might be at the top.
Yeah, I mean, and we're also discounting. Shout out to the Philadelphia Phillies fans who were chanting DUI at Mr. Ozuna from the Braves.
My favorite thing of this whole series, dude.
And one thing that I am in a love-hate relationship with. I love like it was late in the game, so Phillies fans decided to do the chop. I am not a fan of the chop.
No, but
turnabout is fair play, man. I'm not a fan of the chop. It
shouldn't be done.
The chop should not.
However, I'm not. I'm a little bit of a fan of them mocking them for doing it.
Bro. And then we didn't even. And then what in this game we didn't even mention right after freaking the Phillies got 5 runs on 5 pitches in that game. Because JT Realmuto steps up right after the Rhys Hoskins thing, hits a bullet, and then our 30-year-old king, number 3, your DH.
Happy birthday, Bryce Harper, by the way.
Happy
belated. It was yesterday, right? 16th?
Yes, as time of recording.
Happy belated birthday, Bryce.
It's a tank.
Actually, I'll get to it. Yeah. Bryce is in it right now. Like, he's hitting everything hard. That one off the wall that Harris kind of butchered, he could have had it, but he didn't. That was a nuke. I thought that was gone off the bat. He had a couple other doubles. He's got 2 or 3 home runs already. He wants this, man.
I think they said he was at one point he was 6 for 13 in the series with 4 doubles and a home run.
He's like rejuvenating the fact, like the 2019 Washington Nationals went on this run as soon as they got rid of Bryce. And it was like they shouldn't even have been there. Like they were a wild card team. They won the wild card game by accident.
They were under 500 in like June, July.
They won on was it who was it in the outfield there that dropped the ball went through him and they scored the run on it?
Oh, Trent Grisham.
Was it Trent Grisham? It
was Trent Grisham on the Juan Soto single that.
Yeah. So that happens in the wild card game. They shouldn't even have been there, and they went on this miracle run. And that's what the Phillies feel like right now.
Yeah, man.
But
it's
the Phillies are doing it with Bryce Harper, which is so much cooler.
And there was a couple moments where like we kind of figured Phillies on the miracle run, but in Game 4 specifically, there were 2 moments that made me realize, oh no, this is really the miracle.
Yeah, when they batted a caveman.
Caveman Brandon Marsh goes yards, like
walked around on his knuckles,
right? Yeah,
around the bases. Brandon Marsh is the craziest looking baseball player.
We have a love-hate relationship with Brandon Marsh because Brandon Marsh is the reason that Bradley Zimmer is no longer on the Phillies. Yeah. But we love you. We love you now, Brandon.
Brandon Marsh, caveman, was just raw power, knuckled that thing out.
Yeah.
Just no problem. And when you're getting that production out of your 9 hitter,
facts.
Things are going well for the boys.
Yeah, but then we witnessed something that actually has never happened in MLB history. Young Jay Tizzle for Shizzle, my nizzle, Real Muto hits an inside the park home run. He's the first catcher in MLB history to do it. Let's be real, that man is too athletic to play catcher. It is insane.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. He could play outfield.
I saw people blaming
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Thank you.
It's more of like this man was just like, he didn't move.
The ball to left center. I wouldn't move either. I get it. If you look at it as a whole, it sucks.
Yes. It's just another one of those like Acuna doesn't hustle things added into the bucket.
Yeah.
Like
I saw a couple people tweet it and be like, "Oh, this is why you hustle." I'm like, "Who the fuck is ever running on that play?" It's a ball hit to left center.
Like
left center. Not right center, not center, left center. As far away from it as it can go.
Slightly more to the left, that ball bounces to Eddie Rosario.
Yes.
Or Robbie Grossman, whoever's
I'm like, why would Acuna be running on that? Like, it's sure, you can maybe back it up. No one's gonna do that.
Yeah.
And the ball takes a wicked bounce and rolls all the way to right.
And then that was pretty much all they needed, because turns out, like we said earlier, bullpens or bullpenning.
The bullpens that shouldn't be good are
Jose Alvarado. Brad Hand.
Former Blue Jay
that we DFA'd.
We didn't claim him then, but we're claiming him now.
We're claiming, I guess, we can claim him now. Brad Hand. Jose Alvarado. Seranthony Dominguez. And also Bryce Harper. Shout out to Bryce Harper in the bottom of the 8th. That man said, "Oh, you thought we weren't going to touch up the closer now?
Oh, we're not done.
Baby."
Yeah. It makes me feel so much better that he's a lefty.
Facts.
It's just so much cooler. There's just not a lot of lefty hitters, like all-star caliber hitters.
Is there not enough?
No.
Is there not enough? Or are we Blue Jays fans that see 2?
There's not enough, bro.
No,
there's not enough.
We're Blue Jays fans whose lefty bat is Kevin Biggio and Raimel Tapia.
Yeah, come on,
sucks. That's our lefty bat.
Okay, but name some big name lefty hitters.
Okay, well, Bryce Harper,
right?
Freddie Freeman, Juan Soto.
Oh, Juan Soto's a lefty. It's a good one.
Rafael Devers.
Come on now.
Are you what? Don't disrespect Devers. Don't you disrespect Devers?
You see the second half?
Don't you disrespect Devers? Don't disrespect Rafael Devers. He's really good.
It's not even top. He's not top 20.
Matt Olson. Michael Harris. Now we can.
Matt Olson's a power hitter.
We can say Michael Harris now. We can say Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber's a really good hitter.
Kyle Schwarber is a pure bombs hitter.
I don't like saying this, but Anthony Rizzo, he's still really good.
He's not among the elite though.
Elite
guys. If you're looking at Trout, Judge, Ohtani's a lefty, isn't he? Ohtani is the one that kind of puts a dent in my pen.
I'm a lefty. I'm defending my lefties.
Who else is Barry Bonds was a righty?
Barry Bonds was a lefty, sir.
Was he a lefty?
He was a lefty.
All right, my plans.
Stop trying.
You're right. It's an all Blue Jays thing. We just don't have any lefties.
We just don't have any, man.
We don't have any. Barry Bonds is a lefty.
Yes, Barry Bonds.
Why did I think he was a righty?
That's you being you. But yeah.
All right.
But yeah, World Series. We're gonna have a new World Series champion. It's beautiful.
Do we get? Is that it? Oh yeah, it was only a 4-game series.
It was a 4-gamer, bro.
My favorite moment of the playoffs so far came at the end of that game. It was a video of Bryce Harper.
Oh, with his kids.
Oh, it brought a tear to my eye, man. So that guy's been through not through so much,
bro.
But it's just
to get in the league for what 11. It feels like 11 years now.
He's heard 375 different overrated chants, and he's been called overrated for so long that he's underrated.
He's finally won a division series,
and he's finally made it
won
somewhere.
a division series. That's the first time he's won a division series.
He's won 2 series now. He won the wild card series, and then he wins the division series. I'm like, I'm so happy for Bryce Harper because he contributed to it.
Yeah.
That's been the big knock on him for so long. Is like he really never did much.
And another person that we also would like to shout out here is former and potentially future Blue Jay Noah Syndergaard. Because he when being interviewed said, you know, Philly, we just got that dog. Some of the guys got that dog in them. And I'm just like, you know what? Okay, Noah, do your thing.
I totally didn't think this until I saw a picture of it. But Noah Syndergaard and Zach Wheeler are back together on the Phillies. They both just like got just left the Mets and
wow, look at
became
how successful
what they are now. Yeah. I thought that was so cool. A Mets fan tweeted it out and it's like, this just hurts to see. And I'm like, oh, this feels so good to see. What do you mean?
Well, I guess since we're done talking about the Braves and Phillies,
yeah,
we can. I guess we'll just go to the stick on the NL side first,
sure,
and preview the most important series and the most potentially fun series. Nola versus
the two best fan bases left.
Nola versus
Nola.
Nola versus Nola. Let's go. Aaron versus
That's
Austin.
So cool. I'm so jealous. That's so much fun.
Yeah, we got the Phillies and the Padres. It's gonna suck.
There's gonna be a Nola in the World Series.
Yeah, it's also gonna suck when one of them gets eliminated.
Yeah,
it's gonna suck.
Imagine eliminating your brother.
Oh, you have bragging rights for the rest of your life.
You know, it'd be kind of fun. It's very unlikely, but like Game 7, Aaron Nola goes 9 innings. The last out of the inning, Austin Nola,
or it's nothing that entire time, and Austin.
Or it's a 1-0 game where Austin Nola hits a solo shot off of Aaron.
It's a tank job to win the game.
That'd be so wicked. Oh.
But yeah, dude, it's like, okay, well, Padres have home field, so that's something we need to take into account. God damn it, man. I can this be the World Series, please? Like, this is so.
I'd rather this be the World Series than what's on the other side
than what we're gonna probably get for the World Series.
Yeah,
but if you told me that we would get potentially, we get 2 former Washington Nationals in the NLCS, and neither of them are in the Washington Nationals anymore.
Soto versus Bryce is actually a really fun battle.
Soto versus Harper.
Because Soto was like the replacement Bryce.
Basically, yeah, because I don't think they didn't play together.
No.
Soto came up the year
when Bryce left, Soto came up.
Yeah.
Like he was the incumbent.
Yeah.
And now they're playing each other on different rosters. And I think that's so funny.
What was it? The
so sad for the Nats.
The 2018 offseason that we're gonna see now? Machado versus Harper? I think it's the 2018 offseason. I think something.
Yeah, 2018. You're right.
Yeah. So we're getting Machado versus Harper.
Because the Nats won it in 2019.
Yeah. So it's.
There's so many cool storylines in this series.
Dude, this I don't even know what does it come down to? Because their bullpens are both firing. Their starters are starting.
Whichever offense scores the most runs, man. I think that the Padres have the slight advantage because they have 3 solid starters.
They have 3 solid starters, and
the Phillies don't.
And Mike Clevenger when it's not against the Dodgers.
And Sean Manaea if they have to.
And Sean Manaea if you have to use them. Like, and then
the Phillies don't have that.
Phillies have Wheeler, Nola, Suarez.
I would say the Phillies have the 2 better pitchers. I don't think I'd be wrong in saying that. Maybe Musgrove puts
Darvish.
I think I take Nola and Wheeler over Darvish. Like it's close. I'm not saying like it's a landslide. No, I would take Wheeler over Darvish for sure.
Yeah.
Nola this year's been pretty gross.
Yeah,
they both had similar careers. Like they both got really good for a little bit and then fell off the face of the earth, and then they both kind of came around this year and a little bit last year.
Yeah, and their lineups are even as shit.
They're both just so top heavy, and the bottom's doing damage.
Like the top, like for which you compare top 5 of the Phillies: Schwarber, Hoskins, Realmuto, Harper, Castellanos.
Can I just say too?
Like
having what's his name? Kyle Schwarber lead off seems like the strangest thing to me when you have JT Realmuto.
But, I think it's obviously it's comfortability.
Sure. But JT led off for so long, and then Kyle showed up, and now he's the leadoff hitter.
But Kyle's the guy that can immediately
doesn't get on base.
Kyle's the guy. You just said, "Hey, you got a guy that can immediately put you up 1-0." basically what they're
I
doing.
guess, sure.
Like, and then top 5 of the Padres is it's usually Profar or Kim, depending on the day. And then you get Soto, Machado, Bell, Cronenworth. Like,
crazy.
It's ridiculous.
I didn't even bring it up in the
Will Myers.
In the talk about it before, but Will Myers, dude, you might be my favorite Padre.
Will Myers, actually, yeah. So Will Myers is a legend.
Just going around to bars and just buying shots for everybody in the bar.
Even before that, when he left the
goose.
He left the interview, I mean, not the interview, but like the party.
Yeah.
To go outside, like to where fans were waiting at Petco Park, and just run around and high five all of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like,
I think every player should be like that.
We didn't even mention the interviews on with the Padres. Soto was just dancing while getting interviewed. Like, it was, and then Manny Machado was just.
This is our heckin' house.
Yeah, as you put in our tweet, because we have to somewhat stay PG for some things. But yeah, Manny Machado dropping an F-bomb on national television.
He did. Grisham, bro.
Grisham did.
Let's fucking go, Padres fans, or whatever it was.
Hey, let's fucking go San Diego.
San Diego. That's what it was. Thank you.
Do the thing, man.
They're fun. There's no way parents love them, but they're so much fun.
You know what this made me realize? Like, more so than ever. San Diego Padres are Blue Jays West, and I love it.
Yeah, honestly,
the Padres are Blue Jays West, and I love it. Man.
Well, we've been together the last two All-Stars games. Yeah,
Padres. Yeah.
So realistically, we are the same team.
Yeah, and then but not the Flight Deck. We're Phillies.
We are a Phillies podcast.
We are a Phillies podcast.
We're affiliated.
I'm gonna walk off set because you just said that. We're affiliated.
I think that was great.
I guess you could say we're fanatical about it.
See, now we're in.
Yeah, jeez. But yeah,
who you got? Phillies, Padres.
I mean, I'm saying that. I don't want to say Padres because we just said we're a Phillies podcast.
But keep in mind, if there are any Phillies fans listening, we watched our team go out in 2 after picking them, so maybe it's probably better off if we pick the Padres.
Man. I mean, if you didn't listen to our podcast before the playoffs, I think all of our brackets, both mine and Brant's, are blown up. Other than the fact that I had Astros in the ALCS, and that's like just kind of a given at this point.
If the Yankees win tonight, my bracket is dead.
If the Yankees win tonight, I'm fully done. Like,
I don't have a single team that I picked in the World Series.
But yeah, I'm going. I think that starting depth is really gonna hurt the Phillies.
Okay.
I think I'm going. Phillies fans, don't crucify me. I'm Padres in 6.
Padres in 6?
I think Padres in 6.
I think the series is going 7.
I was so close to putting 7, but
I think it's a 7-game series. I think I'm giving it to Aaron instead of Austin. Okay. I think Aaron Nola takes game 7.
Fair.
Because I think you're going to get 4 starts from Nola Wheeler.
Yeah, I'm splitting. I'm honestly splitting. I'm splitting hairs when I say Padres in 6. It's just like,
could go either way.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't even think you're wrong. I think it's very possible.
I think it's all about that 4th starter. Like,
Sure.
I know Syndergaard. Syndergaard won 3 innings in game 4. I think he can go longer.
Yep.
But it's just the pitching. It's just the starting depth.
They're not deep, and their bullpen realistically isn't good.
Yeah,
it should not be this good. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're not.
They're stepping up at the right time.
Yeah, but they have that magic right now, and I just see them doing it.
Yeah, man. Should be fun. It should be fun regardless of what happens.
Fun series.
Those buildings. Oh my god, those buildings are gonna be rocking.
Yep.
It's
gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so loud. It's gonna be so hectic. It's great. I'm really excited for that one. That starts tomorrow, right?
I believe so. Yes. In San Diego.
So sick. Well, let's go.
And now we have to hop over to the not as fun side of baseball. I guess
the
boring side, the American League. Do you want to start with the finished series or the unfinished series?
We'll start with the finished one.
Okay, so the Astros played the Mariners, and Mariners fans, talk about heartbreak.
Yeah, that's tough. Go. You did all that against us for what?
For what? For what? For what? You frauds.
We already talked about the Robbie Ray game.
Did we?
Yeah, because we talked about the bat flip.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Still not
But
better
that
than Jose.
happened.
Still not better than Jose Bautista's, even after a week of deliberation and sitting
I
there.
don't like it.
I love it too, but I'm not saying it's better than his. Neither is the Rhys Hoskins.
I think if I take my bias out of it and I just look at the flip itself and not the moment,
I'm taking the Rhys Hoskins one over the Jordan.
I'm taking. I might take both over Bautista.
I'm splitting. But yeah, so game one, we all obviously all know what happened there.
Yeah.
Still one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen a manager make in baseball.
God service, man.
Like,
good work. Thank you.
In game two, we found out the question that Blue Jays fans all had. Luis Castillo in the playoffs can be hit.
Apparently. Multiple times.
And even when it was, he still was really, really good.
Yeah, he only gave up 3 on 5 hits or something.
Yeah, and 2 of them were home runs by Kyle Tucker. And why were you still pitching to Yordan Alvarez?
It's in 500 this playoff.
Oh yeah, and then we'll obviously talk about him in game 3, but those 2 Yordan home runs don't happen without one Mr. Pena getting on base with 2 outs.
Shout out Mr. Pena.
Shout out Mr. Pena, man.
Yordan just does the thing, obviously. Yordan's the MVP of that series, but Mr. Pena saved me a lifetime.
The real game that we need to talk about is the one where nothing happened.
Yeah, what a boring game.
Game 3. Oh my God, man. It was.
You can't even talk about, it was such a great pitching match. I didn't even care. It was just so boring.
Bro, it was 6 hours. It was 6 hours, man.
Get it over with.
Put
me out of my misery, man. At one point, I'm I don't even care if Seattle wins. I'm
I was just bro, at that point, I was yo, can I at least get a Julio walk-off so it's a moment? And it didn't happen.
No. It was they kept putting up the "See Us Rise" hashtag around everything. See Us Rise. I would just like to see the end of this.
Facts, bro. It was
Jesus.
I posted on Twitter, bro. Ken Griffey Jr. was a red when this game started.
The Blackberry Bold was just released at the beginning of that game.
It was what was it? Is Lance McCullers against George Kirby? George Kirby. Oh my! George Kirby and Lance McCullers were filthy. And then you get into those bullpens of just
having to watch Luis Garcia pitch is so painful. He's great, but the whole step back, rock the thing, come in here and do a backflip and throw it.
We'll get into rocking later,
but watching that all that every time he throws a pitch, I'm
but he had to go 5 basically perfect innings, and he did.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
He was fantastic.
Great. Whatever he did worked.
You want to know who wasn't fantastic in that series?
A lot of guys in the
no specifically. No, on the Astros specifically.
Oh, okay.
Their leadoff guy. Jose Altuve was 0 for 16 in the ALDS.
Jose Altuve sucks. Everyone's just afraid to admit it.
Jose Altuve
was good numbers.
He was 0 for 8 in game 3.
He sucks.
Over 8.
He sucks.
Yeah, Jose Altuve, man.
I don't have a good thing to say about Altuve. Everyone loves him.
We say this now. He's gonna fucking hit. He's gonna be ALCS MVP.
Probably.
We say this now. Jose Altuve is gonna show up.
He's gonna find a way to.
He's gonna hit a walk-off bomb to get them in the World Series.
Yep. Hey, but Aroldis Chapman won't be there if they
so.
ends up being the Yankees. So hey, if you're a Mariners fan and you're complaining about the tweet that the Astros put out,
the multiple tweets.
The one's the only one that really matters.
There was one where they put the Astros flag on the Space Needle, the shitty CN Tower. Can I point that up?
They also the 2 shirts they put out that just says "Who's" and then "Your Daddy" on the back of Yordan as he's standing there. That looks sick. The other one where Yordan's standing there with that post bat flip stance, and it's the win probability chart that just drops. That drops into. That was great. It was so.
But
good.
Yeah, it's Mariners fans getting mad that there was the Astros
don't be such a baby.
The photo of the Astros posted of them I was a broomstick sweeping up all the Mariners signs and logos and stuff, and it's
that was great. That was so good.
That's
what's wrong with that?
Shout out to the Mariners. I mean not the Mariners. Shit, fuck the Mariners. Shout out to the Astros social media team.
Yeah, that was so great.
Great set of tweets.
Absolutely.
But the Mariners fans, I don't want to hear y'all complain about that shit when your social media team, the thumbnail for one of your biggest plays in franchise history is 2 dudes not moving on the floor.
Literally.
One of them having a concussion. I don't
even want to like compare apples to apples. Like I don't care what the Mariners things did. Why are you being such a child about the fact that they just swept you and bragged about it? Like, who cares? This is professional sports. They're allowed to do that.
Win a game.
Someone's just like, oh, you don't want to do that because then other teams, you might have a chance where you have to go work for another team. And you don't want to burn that bridge. No.
Yeah. Mariners fans,
you were great tweet.
Mariners fans, you were and are allowed to brag about the fact that you swept the Blue Jays. You were and are allowed. Yes. And Astros fans are equally allowed to shit on you because you got swept.
I never heard the end of it when we lost.
You didn't score a run in 18 innings. Tell your team to hit a fucking ball.
Exactly.
Like
don't blame the Astros because they beat you and made fun of you for it.
And because
you weren't good. Plain and simple.
They're your daddies.
Literally. They earned that right. You didn't put up a win. We didn't either. We can't really say much against the Mariners because we didn't put up a win.
No.
We blew the hell out of a game.
Yeah.
You guys blew the hell out of game 1 and did nothing in 2 and 3. Plain and simple, man. Like,
you scored 2
suck
runs.
It up, take it on the chin, and move on. Be better next year.
You scored 2 runs in 27 innings.
Literally. Suck it up, take it on the chin.
Suck it up.
Be better next year.
You'll probably still be really good next year. Like,
I hope not.
I hope not, but you probably will. Like,
yeah,
because they had a full season of Luis Castillo.
But, yeah. Hey.
Yeah, the Astros for the 6th time in a row. The AL goes to Houston.
They own the AL, bro. It is what it is.
Their ability to just restock losing.
Mr. Pena is literally just Carlos Correa if he was likable. That's all it is, man.
Facts.
He's just a more likable Carlos Correa. Does the same thing. Great defensively.
If
clutch as hell.
The Blue Jays can honk their horn about one thing. The one position they haven't actually replaced is center field.
Sure.
Because the center fielders like Jake Myers and Chas McCormick. And it's like,
not great. Yeah. They don't need it.
They clearly don't need it, given the other 2 corner outfielders.
Their rotation is better now than it was when they won the thing.
Yeah, and you know who they're missing and won't have for the entire rest of the playoffs? Michael Brantley.
Yeah.
Michael Brantley's not there.
And it doesn't matter because Jordan's out there doing the thing.
Jordan's out there doing the thing. They barely use Christian Vasquez, who's a really good hitting catcher. Trey Mancini's on this team. Like,
yeah, I forgot about that.
It's another
Yuli's playing, man. Yuli's doing well.
Yeah, Yuli's showing up, man. He had an off season, but
this team's good. We talked about the depth earlier in the year, and it's like, well,
yeah, the depth.
The guys they added aren't even playing, so who cares?
Yeah, like they just added depth.
They're gross. They're really good this year.
And I for the sake of Dusty, I really want the Astros to win. For the sake of Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker deserves a World Series ring, man.
Sure.
Like,
I still don't like the Astros.
I'm
over what they did.
I've moved on.
Yeah,
like
I've never liked the Astros.
I'm not saying I'm not pro Astros, but I'm not anti Astros.
I have clips of me talking about them from 2019 against the Nats that year, and I was talking about how much I didn't like them then before anything even came out. Like, I've never liked the Astros, but I am over what they did. It's not because of what
you know what the Astros are. They are what the Astros now and how people feel about them are what people felt about the Yankees during the 2000s.
Mm-hmm. You're jealous.
You're jealous because you've been to 6 straight ALCS.
I'm tired of watching them play in the ALCS.
Facts. I hate seeing Minute Maid Park gets rocking. I hate seeing it in the playoffs. I hate still seeing it in the playoffs this far.
If they played anybody other than the team that beat us, I would have cheered for the other team.
Oh, facts.
But it wasn't. It was the team that put us out. So
let's be real. If we're even being honest, if we're gonna be salty about this, if the Blue Jays lost in 3 games and not in the way that they did, I probably would have still picked. Yeah. I would have cheered for the Mariners.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like, it's the way that it happens.
Yep. It sucked. It hurt. And I wanted to see them hurt too.
I mean, there's one team you don't have to talk about anymore. Bye-bye. Get swept and believe all that.
Yeah. So funny.
And then
I believe you're going home.
Yeah, believe
the other side of things has been wild.
Woo!
Wild.
We have the New York Yankees. And
they took game 1 pretty handedly. I'm like, this does not look good.
Yeah,
we talked about game 1.
We talked about game 1. Stephen Kwan hit a home run. Garrett Cole looked but
he looked shaky, but he got the job done.
Yes. Harrison Bader hit a home run, which he does now.
Harrison Bader is the Yankees MVP right now. It's incredible.
Yeah. And then game 2, again, pitching. It was the most Guardians victory ever. Like,
that was the flare that went. It was the Ramirez, and then the flare after that.
Yes, and then the nailer double. Yeah,
crazy.
Like, yeah. So Jose Ramirez. No sense. Yeah, here's in 10th inning. Jose Ramirez hits a blooper that I think any left fielder that's not a guy that never played left field in his professional career would probably make.
He has not looked good in left.
No, because
he's been a couple of balls that dropped.
He's a shortstop.
He was playing
in play out there.
He was playing in on Miles Straw, and he didn't even get to the flare that dropped in front of him again. I'm like, what are you doing out there?
Yeah, dude? Like Peraza. It was jeez. And then but yeah, the Guardians win that game. They have Emmanuel Clase go 7 outs.
Yeah,
look filthy.
I'm so jealous of the Guardians for having Emmanuel Clase.
They one inning of Corey Kluber gets you the most dominant fucking reliever in baseball.
I want so much of Emmanuel Clase. It's ridiculous. He's just so filthy.
Yeah, man.
He's running 100-mile-an-hour cutters.
And then the most beautiful game happened. Game 3.
I'd like to say I love the John Boy guys. But watching them,
they had like
the pure depression at the end.
They had a whole block party.
So funny. But like the whole thing was great. Like the one where it was Jake and John Boy that were like doing the live stream, and they had like the whole party out there.
And then they're just running.
That was so cool. I'm like, that was a lot of fun to watch.
There's also another guy on that's part of John Boy Media, Joe's McFly. Yeah. him and his buddies at the office, like with the drums and the music.
Yeah.
And then immediately just deflate. Like
the Barstool one made me feel way better about it. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah,
it was so great.
Yeah, but like that game starts what? It was McKenzie and Severino.
Yep.
Sticks got touched. McKenzie got touched a little bit. You got touched by Aaron Judge. Got touched up by Cabrera. Welcome to the playoffs, Aaron Judge, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for coming out. First hit by an MVP favorite this year. I think it might be the only. Does he have one since?
Oh my god, does he?
Because Goldie didn't have one.
But Aaron Judge.
I know Judge had the homer. Did he get a hit yesterday?
He had to have.
There's no way that guy went over again, right? What game was that? This one.
Last night was game 4.
He went.
There's no shot that he went over.
He went 1 for 4. So he's
okay. So he has
been 2 hits by MVP favorites.
MVP favorites this year. Yeah, he hits a home run. Cabrera hits a home run. Bader hits another home run, his second of the series.
Unbelievable.
But then the Guardians in the 9th inning the Guardians thing ever.
The most Guardians thing you'll ever see.
It was a bunch of bloops. That would have been caught if the Yankees weren't in the shift.
After single after single
not just singles, it was bloop single after bloop single after bloop single. Literally, the Yankees have 7 outs in that inning if they don't shift the shortstop.
Yeah. They are like the Guardians are the definition of death by 1,000 cuts. Until you're just done.
Yeah, but then
bleed out and die.
But then, like, I'm gonna come at this for Yankees perspective with the John Boy guys we're talking about. Aaron Boone. Why you have 2 professional outfielders on your bench? Why is
Oswaldo not playing defense?
Why is Oswaldo Cabrera not in the 9th out of left field in the 9th inning playing for defense? You don't need more offense.
Would you put him in at short for IKF?
Yeah, and they did that in game 4.
Yeah.
Like, and they're doing it tonight in game 5 if that game happens. Like,
yeah.
And then the mind-boggling decision was that they went to Clark Schmidt in the 9th inning instead of Clay Holmes, who we find out later Clay Holmes was like,
after using Wandy Peralta too.
After using Wandy Peralta to try and wanted to get Wandy Peralta to get 7 outs.
Yeah,
7 outs. Like it was. So they go to Clark Schmidt who had 2 saves in the season. Yeah, both of them were 3 innings. So like he didn't come in. And Clay Holmes, it came out later. Clay Holmes was like, "Yeah, I was good to go." And Aaron Boone said he was going to use him in an emergency. That's an emergency.
Also, what are you saving him for at this point? Like, this is it. Like, you're done. There's only a couple weeks left of baseball.
Yeah, you clearly don't.
Now is when you spend it.
As we've learned, you clearly love Wandy. He's pitched all 4 games in this series. Like
if you bring in Clay Holmes when you did, and you get up a game, and then you win the next day, you're done. It's great. Now you have to win 2 and get no days off.
Yeah.
So what now? Like, you're not getting any breaks for any of your guys because you decided to give Clay Holmes a day off. It just makes no sense.
Yeah,
I don't know. got to be one of those Angels things.
But
Like,
we didn't even get to like the best part
of which one?
Of Game 3.
What was the best part of Game 3?
You'll give me a minute. Just stall for time. Hold up.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Just stall for time.
What a series so far, man. Honestly, it's been my favorite series. Like, it's so back and forth. You gotta go closer, I think. I can't hear it, but I know what you're trying to go. And he does not live in a pineapple under the sea. There it is. SpongeBob SquarePants.
That'll be
Oscar Gonzalez, bro.
Oscar Gonzalez, what a guy. Puts it in play.
2 walk-offs now? 3 walk-offs?
3 game-winning hits in 3 games. He has tied David Ortiz for the most all-time in a single playoff.
It's the DS.
It's the DS. Like,
so cool.
Oh.
And like watching the fans embrace that is so funny. There's the video where they're like playing it after the game and the fans are going nuts and there's like that one Yankees guy just
there's shirtless dudes singing SpongeBob. Like, and then it makes it better because you brought up the Barstool guys earlier, and the one Barstool guy's like,
"Fuck SpongeBob."
Who's the fucking like SpongeBob?
Who still watches
SpongeBob? God damn it! Oh man!
Like just Cleveland fans have just embraced it so hard and they love it, and the Yankees fans are just hate it. It's so funny.
Yo, some Yankees fans will hate their kids because they will their kids are gonna be not allowed to watch SpongeBob for like the rest of their lives. No! Especially if they get eliminated.
It's just like PTSD on an Oscar Gonzalez hit again. So walk off and they got to listen to that.
But yeah, I think then we get to the final game of the series. Oh yeah, I mean not the final.
Oh, the final game so far.
Final game so far as we record. Game 4 was Garrett Cole against Cal Quantrill, same as game 1. Harrison Bader owns Cal Quantrill, as Bob Costas said, which I'm gonna start on those two. Fucking terrible.
It's so fun. It's so fun, dude. The one I should have mentioned a couple games back. Shane Bieber's on the mound.
Oh, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber is in the 6th, and he keeps going. He goes, "Did I actually just call him Justin Bieber?"
And we're just like, "Yeah, Bob, you did."
But then the whole conversation after where he's just like plugging Justin Bieber songs in as like puns. I'm like, this is great. I love this.
What a strikeout is he and Stanton must be thinking, baby, no.
It's like, I don't know who the woman is on the broadcast, but she asks like, I'll give you
Lauren Shahadi.
I couldn't tell you. Probably.
I think it is she Lauren Shahadi. She does the TBS ones.
She goes, I'll give either of you $50 if you could name a Bieber song. But Costas goes, he goes, I would just like to say I'm sorry to Shane Bieber. That's a Bieber song, right? That was so fun. It's so stupid, but it's so fun.
Bro, the Cleveland is just a fun team. And it got even more fun. Well, we don't care. Fine. We're just gonna say this. Game 4. Yankees won, blah, 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 blah. We can't
none of that matters.
None of that matters. That's my fucking son. That's our Canadian boy.
That's my little fucking
son. That's our Mississauga madman.
I loved it. Don't get me wrong. So fun. The way he like stared down Cole as he's like walking sideways around first base. And like, that was hilarious. But then like he does all that. I'm like, oh, I just caught the tail end of it happening. And I'm like, oh, did he tie it?
Nope.
No. It's 3-2.
I didn't care. And can I get on a bit of a soapbox here on my high horse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to address one person and one individual when I say this. Mm-hmm. Benjamin Shohei Ohtani, dick out your mouth, Verlander. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up, please.
Did you see the thing I tweeted out?
Sorry.
Both sides of it? And you missed it? Okay, so I'll pull it up. You can keep going.
Ben Verlander tweets out, it was some like this nailers. He was showing up. Garrett Cole was wildly disrespectful. I'm all for bat flips. I'm all for bat flips, but it's majorly disrespectful. Ben, you got caught in 4K praising it 10 minutes earlier. Pick a side.
Oh, I didn't even see that. You
got caught praising it 10 minutes earlier.
The tweet, you pretty much nailed it. It was Josh Naylor was rounding the bases, rocking a baby, and calling Garrett Cole his son. I'm a fan of bat flips and celebrating your work, but don't make it disrespectful. This is quite disrespectful.
10 minutes earlier.
In the responses to that, shout out Amir Garrett. I fucking love Amir Garrett.
Amir Garrett, I'd love.
He responds and goes, maybe he wants it to be disrespectful. I can respect that. Now, if he says he didn't mean it that way, then it's a different story. So Ben responds to Amir Garrett. Now that someone in the league has disagreed with him, he goes,
I did see
absolutely. I agree with this. The game polices itself. Nobody's opinion off the field matters. Someone on the field will determine what goes too far. I would just like to repeat that one line. And I would like Ben Verlander to just listen to his own words.
Listen to your own words before looking at your dumb Shohei Ohtani documentary.
Nobody's opinion off the field matters.
Hey Ben, what are you doing?
I don't think I saw Ben Verlander on the field. I don't know about you.
I don't think we haven't seen Ben Verlander on the field in a long time.
I don't think I've ever seen Ben Verlander on the field.
He did play like minor league baseball, but like
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't at this point.
No.
Because he's busy making Shohei Ohtani documentaries.
Congratulations on being the second best Verlander, bro.
That might even be disrespectful to another Verlander.
There might even be another Verlander. I don't even know. Just such a bad take.
Is Kate a Verlander? Do we know? Is she still on Upton?
You know what? I think she stayed Upton. But
come on, Kate. You'd be the second best Verlander.
Yeah.
But yeah, come on, like
just bad. Like to contradict your own take, not even 10 minutes later, you're an idiot.
So like Ben, we all know if Shohei Ohtani did this, he's so amazing for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, let the Canadian man, let the Canadian boy do his thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get off his back. We raise him differently up in Canada.
Yeah, it's bad. It's stupid. Just plain and simple. The one thing I would kind of just like to put out there. People put too much stock into literally anyone's opinion.
Yeah.
Like everyone just gets so worked up. Even like they're like, oh, well, this guy played in the league. His opinion doesn't mean shit.
No,
it doesn't matter who it is.
Especially if their opinion is still outdated.
Yeah.
Like if your opinion is updated with the times, then you're fine. If you're
it's yeah.
But if like, and this is no shot at our own commentators sometimes, but if I have to hear the sentence "back in my day" one more goddamn time, we'll hear it.
Our entire group says a lot of "back in my days." Like Joe Siddle does it too. Like people praise Joe Siddle a lot. Joe Siddle does it all the time. Joe Siddle
does it too.
Buck does it. Pat does it.
Dan sometimes, but
they're not alone. Dan, yeah, and again, like they're not alone. They're not the only guys, but they are our guys that we hear every day.
We hear it the most because it's Blues.
But it's just one of those things that people just look at anyone that's ever done anything. They're like, well, they did that, so their opinion's got to be it. Not necessarily, man. There's so many ways to go about your business.
You want to know why I know? Just because if you play in the majors, your opinion doesn't hold much merit. People like Aubrey Huff and Kurt Schilling exist.
Exactly. Thank you.
Like you don't need to hear everybody's opinion.
No.
Regardless of how good they were.
And if it's not an opinion like that you have, who cares? Move on.
Move on with your life. On.
Pretty simple.
Like, it's
like I don't know, man. After we just went off on Ben Verlander for it, but like,
yeah. So
it's just one of those things. It's like people get way too worked up over things and like let it affect them. And I'm like, I don't get it, man. Like I'll say things on Twitter and people get all worked up about it, and I'm like, who am I to you? Like you don't even know me.
Like
I got some on that tweet I put out about Buck a while ago. Somebody tried to get into it with me there. It's like, have you ever played the league? And I'm like, yeah, I played a season 2014. I'm like,
yeah, you did,
how the fuck would you know?
Like, yeah, dude, it was a great season you played, bro.
Phenomenal. It just wasn't for me, and I
the best. You won the MVP of the Carolina Coast League, bro, and you said, I'm out.
I tried. I made it there, and I did what I could.
Yeah, man.
Like, how would you know, man? Like, who cares?
It's just an ACL injury that took you out.
It's tough. Knee's never been the same since. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter where I played? If I played? Who I am? Why does it matter? Like, if you don't like my opinion, carry the fuck on, dude.
All in all, to say this, Guardians in 5.
Yeah, I pray to God this game goes tonight.
So you know what? I'm gonna actually be really intrigued to see if the Guardians win. In over under 5 seconds, is there beer on the field?
Under. And it's coming from Josh Naylor. I'm
such
a
Josh Naylor and Miles Straw.
I'm such a Josh Naylor stan. I hope he gets traded or something so I can buy a Josh Naylor jersey. I can't support the Guardians.
bro. You know, I'm mad. He was a Padre, man.
I know. I would have absolutely.
I would have bought a Naylor Padre jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him come home. There's no reason for it, but I would love to.
No, there's no reason at all. Like he can't really play.
Could you imagine Josh Naylor in Toronto?
Scratch that. He has a brother that can catch, and he bats.
Bo? Yeah. Is Bo like Josh though? I don't know them. I know people that played with and against them.
I know Bo's probably not as crazy. No one's as crazy as Josh, but like,
that guy's wild.
And bro, they have a third brother who's like a commit to like Texas.
They have a cousin too, apparently. Crazy. Garrett Cole on that situation. Did you see his interview?
Oh, he's like, yeah, it's cute. Whatever.
Yeah, it's cute.
For Pete's sake.
For Pete's sake.
For Pete's sake. Garrett Cole here.
You're
for Pete's sake.
Just such a loser.
Yeah, bro. He's a brick wall of emotion. Like,
yeah, just not fun. He's not what you need.
Brimming with emotion.
Okay, so, well, I guess we can't really do predictions for the next round because we don't know.
I mean, we did our predictions for Padres and Phillies, but like,
let's just say we'll go both ways. Astros versus Yankees. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Astros in 5.
5. You're giving the Yankees one game? I don't.
I'm giving the Yankees one game at Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
I think Houston takes all.
You know what? I don't even hate that. Yeah, I'll give him 6. I'll give him 6.
And if
anything can happen.
And if it's Astros Guardians, I'm taking Astros in 4.
I'm taking Guardians in 7.
Shut the Brent! You're not writing this. No, you're not doing.
The boys got to make it. What am I gonna do? No, I didn't. Man, they're not going to be able to do it against that pitching staff.
No, that's why I'm giving
their
Yankees,
offense.
I'm giving the Yankees a Garrett Cole start, and that's it.
Yeah,
I'm giving the Yankees a Cole start. Other than that, like,
I think I'll give the Guardians a game because Shane Bieber can steal you one, Tristan McKenzie can steal you one, and they're both going to get maybe 2 starts.
But as much as we love the Guardians, and this is, you know what, this is a perfect time. I didn't even actually show this to you. We. Continuing our tradition at the very end of the episode, not at the very end of the episode, we did this, but this week's Chris Black stat of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is on the Cleveland Guardians.
Oh.
So the Cleveland Guardians versus non-AL Central teams in the regular season this year have a -16 run differential and average 3.8 runs per game. And so in a nutshell,
not good.
When not facing the AL Central,
they suck.
The Cleveland Guardians are the Washington Nationals offense.
They suck.
But
they're going to game 5.
They're going to game 5. So
and they shit kick the Rays. Well,
yeah,
I don't know about shit kick. They only put up 3 runs.
They're pitching shit kick the Rays.
Yeah.
Like, so
they can get it done.
Also to say this about the Yankees and Guardians, the Guardians, their top 3 relievers haven't pitched the last 2 games. And the Yankees relievers
pitch?
Clase pitched game 2. He didn't pitch game 3 or 4. Karinchak didn't pitch game 3 or 4. Henches didn't pitch game 3 or 4. I know Henches pitched. Trevor Stephan.
Karinchak was bad when he pitched.
Yeah, but Trevor Stephan, he didn't pitch game 3 or 4.
When did Stephan pitch? Wasn't that not game 3?
Stephan pitched 2.
Who the hell pitched 3?
I'm almost positive Stephan didn't pitch game 3.
I'm like 90% sure that Stephan pitched game 3. Which one was that? That was the 6-5 game?
Game 3 was the 6-5 game. I'm like, I could just be saying stuff.
McKenzie? No, you're right.
Yeah. They didn't use Henches. I mean, not Henches. Why do I keep saying Henches? Yeah, they didn't use Karinchak, they didn't use Stephan, and they didn't use Clase for the last 2 games. Meanwhile, the Yankees bullpen is.
The Yankees have used everybody
on fucking fumes.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
They're on fumes to the point where Kermit G. Cole had to say to Aaron Boone, "I will pitch today if you need me."
Yeah.
After throwing 110 pitches yesterday. Like,
crazy, man.
Like, but yeah. If this becomes this is a bullpen game. This is a bullpen game. It's Savali versus Tyone. Like, and
brutal game.
And I'm trusting the Guardians bullpen right now more than the Yankees. It's all a matter of how many outs Aaron Savali gets compared to or as someone in an interview with Terry Francona said today, the Talion guy.
Oh.
They called him Talion, and Terry Francona literally looks at the guy and he's like, Did I put out the wrong lineup? Who was the fucking guy you're talking about? And then he's like,
Francona had Probably the quote of the playoffs.
I freaking Francona
when
Francona's an angel, bro.
They're like, they asked him, how was your blood pressure after that one? He goes, well, my blood pressure's pretty bad as it is, so I was fine.
And I think after the Tristan, bro, he got interviewed after the Aaron Judge home run to Tristan McKenzie.
Yeah,
and I think he said something. They asked him about like, what'd you think about that home run? And he's like, yeah, Sticks gave up a pitch that I'll be able to pick up when I'm going home. like what? Like what?
He's a quote. Yo, he's been so much fun.
Like, yo, man, Terry Francona is great. Also, Yankees fans, if you lose this, Yankees organization, forget this because Yankees fans will probably agree with me. If the Guardians win tonight, Aaron Boone should be fucking sent into a cannon.
Aaron Boone's not a good manager.
He should be.
Aaron Boone is just
cannon.
Like, Aaron Boone's like my least favorite manager in the league.
I know Aaron Boone's my least favorite, and Aaron Boone is Dave Roberts without a ring.
Honestly, that's not bad.
You're Dave Roberts without a ring, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just a matter of decision. And people will always go to it's not always his decision when it comes to things. It's up top. But my guy, when you get told that you want Wandy Peralta to get 7 outs, you don't think that's a little weird? You don't go against that as you're the manager. You don't think maybe, let me put professional left fielder Aaron Hicks into a game for defensive purposes.
Like the numbers upstairs would definitely tell you all of these things.
Yeah, like it's.
I don't know. I also just don't like the way Aaron Boone does anything.
No, yeah, but as Aaron Boone once said, and the best part about it is it's right there. Yep. It's right there for us. I would bang my table.
I don't have a table.
I would bang my table. That might.
It would cause all sorts of problems.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
He had a quote after I don't even know when it was, but it's just like, oh, what's the difference between like winning here and winning in there? He's like, well, we didn't win here. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, man, just his energy is just so boring.
Yeah,
I just can't stand him. He's just always angry. He snaps at the dumbest stuff. Like every time there's a call, he has a complaint about it. He's at the top of the stairs yelling about it. It's like, buddy, just shut up. Yeah, we got nothing to talk about on the Jays yet. We're gonna probably go through the playoffs before we actually.
The off-season stuff is gonna be 90% Blue Jays and probably 10% Phillies because we are a Phillies podcast now.
Yeah, we're gonna be riding with the Phillies until they're done. So
yeah,
sorry,
go Phils, man.
Yeah,
the Fightins, baby. Also, Phillies fans, if you're listening to this, go Eagles. I'm an Eagles fan with you, baby. Donovan McNabb 06 on that Madden cover was the reason I'm an Eagles fan. Go 6-0, baby.
I don't dislike the Eagles. I think they're fine.
Why,
they're not my team. I loved Invincible, the movie. It was a good movie. Yeah. That was an Eagles movie. Mm-hmm. Vince Papale.
Yeah, dude.
Good one. If you haven't watched it, check it out. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it from us.
We'll
get to Blue Jays stuff eventually.
Yeah, we'll get to Blue Jays stuff. Also, we just want to say that we have been finally using our social media Twitter account a lot more.
We're getting better.
We're getting better.
Connor's doing most of the work.
But... Yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick behind the scenes thing. That day where the 18-inning game happened, I had the one game. I had that game on my computer screen. Mm-hmm. I had another game on my phone. And I'm like, you've never seen a man be more giddy for a rain delay with Dodgers Padres.
Oh, saved me too. I couldn't follow that.
I had to clip. I had to try and clip out 3 games, and I'm just like. But yeah, we just wanted specifically Padres fans. You've shown up for our tweets. It's great.
Padres fans have been good. Phillies fans,
you've been great. I mean,
Yankees fans have actually interacted with us.
They've interacted with us. Astros fans, they've done it too as well. Yeah. Mariners fans, we haven't really had much to post to you about because you did fuck all since we decided to start posting shit.
It's been fun for sure. Sorry, Dodgers fans.
Sorry, Dodgers fans.
Dodgers fans taking some heat.
You did stuff, stuff and such and stuff and stuff.
If you don't follow us on Twitter already, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, we're a great follow if you love shit housery and.
Everything's down in the description below. You can find us. Don't forget to download BetSnap because it helps. Enjoy it. You go to betstamp.app and use the promo code ASports. That's EH Sports. I think that's it. We'll be back later this week.
Probably Thursday?
I think Thursday we're going to be aiming for.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday. End of this week, we'll have another episode out. We're going to 2 a week. We're having some fun.
Yeah, we're gonna try
Playoffs
to
are
do
great.
2. We're gonna try to do 2 a week as long as the playoffs are going, and then
Yeah. So we'll keep up to date and we'll keep following the Phillies, and we'll and hopefully we can see a run here, Phillies.
Go Phillies and
go Phillies. No, we can't go Padres if we're gonna go Phillies. Go Phillies.
Go Manny Machado.
I almost clicked the wrong button. We will see you Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
Cheers.
Take care.